Well, 3 cars parked here at Helperby today on this Leeds DASA stretch, and they're all displaying their parking permit. Fantastic. Well, field at Helperby, and last time I was here was about 2 weeks ago. I think I remarked that it was like a desert. And we got a little bit of rain, and it just shows how quickly it recovers. Just over there, that farm on the top, you can see there is Sheep Hills Farm. Used to be a day ticket water, but now it's a syndicate. Well, those of you who know this place will recognise that I'm standing on Brafferton Footbridge, which is the top of the Leeds DASA Helperby stretch. Ostensibly I've come down here because a member has lost a piece of precious gear and couldn't find it, so I've got an hour to spare. I thought I'll just have a wander down and see if I can find it, and while I'm here I'll video it. And this is the top of the Leeds DASA stretch. Leeds DASA is on the right bank, and it's day ticket. Helperby and Brafferton Angling Club day ticket on the left bank. Well, I'm at the Leeds DASA Helperby bottom limit. Walk down the footpath. No sign of any fishing gear. I'll check the pegs on the way back up. It's taken me 20 minutes to get here from the village. This is the bottom fishable peg. Looking at the river, there's a peg cut out on the other side there, and it seems to be well used, so obviously barbel in here I would think, but it looks like a beggar to get into. Well, it looks like an easy one to get into, but a beggar to get out of. The next fishable peg coming upstream is by this great concrete culvert. Obviously being well used. And that's looking across. There's quite a decent bit of flow here. It's obviously very popular, this peg. Well known. And somebody had obviously been here yesterday, I would suspect. But that looks extremely barbely, that. Big barbel at that. So this is the third peg from the bottom. Third fishable peg. Again, it's well used, which is not surprising, looking at that over there. Very barbly. Wonderful. This is the next peg up. It's pretty tight. But again, it looks very nice for you to get a fish on. Goodness knows where it'll go. And it doesn't seem as well used. This is a lovely looking peg. It's a bit steep to get in and out of at the top here. But wide open, and those willows opposite, and a decent pace. Dead horse chestnut there. Give you some idea where it is. Well, continuing my walk upstream, here's the next one. There's a nice peg, easy to get into and out of, quite flat, and open, willows opposite, decent pace on the water. Next one up. Looks good, open, bit of weed in front of your mind. Yeah, and relatively easy to get into and out of. Well, if you know this stretch, this is big sycamore. So the pegs I've been looking at are all downstream of this sycamore. There's a fig down there, quite steep to get in, very steep to get into. And it's where the streamier water is on the Leeds DASA Helperby stretch. See a fair amount of weed in the water there. But the main flow comes down the Leeds side where that froth is there. Well, I've come quite a long way upstream to this next fishable peg, which looks very nice. Again, it's the streamy water. I know on the other side they trot for chub down here with great success. This is the next peg up, just past the big willows, and it's a very, very popular peg. You could camp on there. We're approaching the top of the stretch now, and this is a popular peg. Lots of stream of weed opposite there. But there is a peg just behind that yellow bush there on the opposite bank, which can be a bit of a nuisance. But each to their own. It's a bit awkward at the bottom. You have to sit on that little promontory there. You used to be able to sit on a big flat promontory just round the corner there. Don't know why that's changed, perhaps it's to do with that great lump in the river there. Just continue up to see this little tight peg here, but it looks really nice. That fallen tree opposite, give you an idea of where it is. You don't seem to be fished very often, but the river looks very good. Maybe there's a great big snag in there, puts people off. Well, that's a canny peg, that. There's speedy water there. There's a peg opposite mine. And he's obviously not as popular as the others on this little length leading up to the footbridge. This being the very top end of the Leeds DASA water. But yeah. Well, the peg leads down to this streamy water here. There you can see the stream of weed in the river. It'll disappear at the back end or when we get a big flood. Well, it's 3:30. An interesting walk. Last time I was down here, there was a big work party a few years ago. Spent ages cleaning out, I don't know how many pegs. And now it's more or less back to where it was, which is how some people like it. Quiet. A lovely view on the River Swale. It's private water. West Riding Anglers there, not right bank, and Helperby and Prophet Anglers on the left bank. And 3 lovely swans. And this is the walk from the bridge back up to the village. This is tansy. These little button-like flowers. I always check it because on the River Ouse, down near York, and in fact at Benningborough, we get a very rare tansy beetle on tansies. Brilliant green. I made a video on it some time ago. Quite an interesting walk up there, looking at all the pegs. But checked every one that was fishable, so to speak, and no sign of the fishing gear, which somebody has lost. Anyway, it's now 4:45, time to go fishing.